definitely stumpy, that showed me.
So here we are this morning. We're just attending the harvest of Kyo-chan. So this is his one of his mud ponds here that's been drained down over the last week or so. So this is a Nisai harvest. Go Sanki, so Kahaku, Sanki and Tancho. So Kyo-chan uses Sakai parent fish. So normally achieves very good size on his Nisai. Very nice, nice large bodies on his fish. So that's these staff there, which consist, I think, of his wife, his daughter, and a member of staff. So you've got 3 people there that's going to harvest this mud pond this morning. This is the preparation for the harvest. So on the way over here, it's just a very narrow single track that you go on. So this truck's slightly bigger than the one that a lot of the breeders usually use. So it just handles the road a bit better. So they're just preparing the drag net over there. So they'll walk around the perimeter. Obviously the fish go into the pool and then they just bag them up and then they'll go up into the truck. And you'll see over there with these pipes, this is how they drain down the mud ponds. So each one has a standpipe. So you can just pull the standpipe out and then drain the mud pond down to a particular level.
Oh.
So you'll see now, so they're drawing the sign net across the pond. You can see a bit of activity with the fish basically just going into the net now. So they walk around the perimeter and they just bring all the fish into one small section and then put them into the paddling pool there, and then from there they get bagged up and taken into the van, into the truck, and then they would often drag the pond at least a couple of times just to basically catch any fish, or sometimes the fish are like all photographed and accounted for, so if they get them all in the first scoop then I don't have to do it again. Kyo-chan's wife there, so she's getting ready to carry some fish up the bank.
So Kyo-chan and staff are just bringing in the net. This mud pond is in the region of probably 300,000 gallons, 200 to 300,000 gallons, about 2 metres deep, about 50 metres, about 80 metres I'd guess. So they're slowly bringing in the net, obviously the lead weight at the bottom, trying to avoid any escapees. There are a few jumpers, but I don't think any of the fish have cleared the net at present. Maybe we'll have to net the pond a second time just to make sure. almost ready to put the fish into the truck.
So this is the fruits of the first harvest this morning. So they're just dragging the pond once again over there, just to see if there's any escapees. So in here you've got 17 Nisai Tancho, Tancho Kahaka and Tancho Sankey. So these are from Sakai Hiroshima bloodline. So these are between 45 to 55 cm.
Skins are quite flushed, aren't they, because of the harvest?
So he's just got a short journey back to the facility, and then they'll just get graded out into different ponds. But a high percentage female in here. I probably expect 95% female. So now that the harvest is completed, they're just packing away the net. Kyo-chan's daughter's over there. She's just lifting up the remaining standpipes, so the pond will now be left completely drained.
We are at Aoki Masaki Koi Farm, famous for goshiki, hiatsuri, shisui and asagi, but also for this lovely view. You can see Ben there taking a picture. It was very interesting when we arrived 2 weeks ago. These ponds were all full. Trucks were starting to get busy, empty, and you can see now many of these mud ponds have been emptied. Still a couple full there. Stunning view.
So here we are, 7:30 at Ofuchi Koi Farm. So we're just waiting to go in and have a look at their new harvest of sansai. So whilst we're waiting, this is one of their mud ponds. You'll notice you can just see a few fish breaking the surface and just underneath. This is one of the highest points in the mountain, so in the winter time you get a good 4 or 5 meters of snow around here. It's an incredible landscape once it's been snowing. It's another one of their ponds here. You see fish just under the surface, so under one there. Just disturbed one down there. It's nice when you view koi like this, so you can just see them below the surface, but when they come up, it's apparently the quality that they have. But then especially obviously when they do the harvesting and they bring the fish up, it's just a really nice way of seeing the fish, really. a lovely viewpoint of the mud ponds in Niigata. So you'll see down there, so you've got our breeders just harvesting a pond down in the centre. We've got all the mud ponds that are partially drained. They're ones that are waiting to be harvested. And then the empty ones like you see on the left there, obviously they've already been done. In a few months, all of this is going to be totally covered in snow. So it's equally as beautiful. And off in the distance you can see the rice paddies. So everything is either a rice paddy or a mud pond. Any available bit of land has actually been used. So it's just all terraced. There's very large pine trees there. Famous Maraju koi farm just down there on the left. Here we are at Kasei Koi Farm. So one of the first things you notice of how organised this farm is. See all like the bowls all in their correct places. Like nets hung up. It's a nice neat lawn, but everything on this farm is just so neat and organised. So it's done really well. So you've got the foot dips as you go in to sterilise your feet. And then farm to farm. So these are sold fish in those nets. So each fish you buy, they have your own net. But as you go around, it's just all really well done. These are some recently harvested Shiratsuri, Nisai. But it makes such a difference. I mean, what you need to remember is like these are farmers, so you go to some koi farms and they're exactly that. They've got rubbish everywhere and you're clambering around everything. It's just quite refreshing when you come to farms like this. You just see how a bit of organisation makes all the difference, really. And Kasei is always an organised farm. Nice Ochibas in there. Kipajaku. There's always lots of nice Deutsche Ochibas at this farm. The shower basically uses Sakaguchi Oyagoi. So Sakaguchi times Kasei bloodline. These are the Sansai and Yonsai, and even at this size you've got some absolutely stunning Deutsche showers. Kikasuris with wonderful lustre, snow white skin on the Shiratsuris. It's just a real pleasure always visiting this farm. So here we are, so this is Ojiya Koi Farm. So we've just purchased some lovely jumbo Nisai, Showa, Kahaku, and Sanki. So this, if you can see it down there, this is an 86cm Matsue Kahaku. So this is the female Oyagoi, so female mama of the Kahaku that we purchased. You can see tremendous jumbo volume on that fish. Real wide face and depth of body. And then the Sanki that we bought, that was Sakai Hiroshima bloodline. So here we are at Saito Fish Farm. So this is more a traditional kind of koi farm. So he breeds karashigoi, goshiki, kahaku, kawarigoi. So you'll notice you'll go in, so you've got like the foot dips here. And we also spray our hands just to sterilise from the other farms. So this is a recent harvest of Nisai. So you've got some King Kabuto, Kogani Ochiba in there, as well as goshiki. Yeah, so not all farms are all big, neat and organised. So you've got a pond behind there, so that's his Tosai Tatsigoi behind that pond. And as you go up, you always have to mind your head on the beams there. These are more Tosai. So these are really good size, these ones. They're probably 20 to 25 cm. And then you've got smaller Tosai there as well. But this is quite a typical, like traditional kind of like koi farm, this one. So you can see there's not a lot of room for manoeuvre. But when you have a look, the prizes he won over the years speak volumes. So we managed to buy some Ginrin Kurashigoi and Kurashigoi from this farm. Gold prize, Ginrin Kurashigoi. Pump fed filters at the back there. As you go back down. And you're looking at some more fish over there. And then you have, this is where the Sansai and Yonsai are kept, so they're not been harvested yet. Again, pump fed filters. And then the ever popular Tamasaba, which a lot more breeders are starting to do now. Seems like every breeder's got their own take on Tamasaba now. So this is us just meeting a harvest at Tsuna Koi Farm. You'll see that this farm is on the opposite end of the scale to farms like Kasei. So it is very much an actual farm. But nonetheless produces some very nice Beniki Kokuayu, Tansho, Ginrin Tansho, Ginrin Kahaku, Doitsu Kajaku. And this is his Nisai Sansai house behind, and then these are the ponds outside. This is no doubt probably 50 years plus, this fish farm. So he's certainly made his money's worth out of it. So this is where the Tosai are usually kept. So see there's very probably deep ponds with 5 foot of water in them. These ponds are normally bubbling with Kinki Utsuri, Doitsu Kajaku, Ginrin Kahaku. As we walk round, that's the old Jinbei Sanki over there. But Marusei has since bought that house. He's also bought the house behind it to keep a lot of his jumbo chagoi, jumbo kurashigoi. So that's Tsuna-san's house there. This is the handle to get in the fish house. Quite well done. And then this is where usually some Nisai and Sansai are kept. So obviously they're still in the mud ponds currently. We've got that truck out there, it's full of Nisai, so we're just about to start taking them out of there. But so yeah, as I said about Kasei, shows you how an organised Kasei koi farm is compared to a real old traditional breeder such as Tuna. So we're just leading on from Tsuna-san. So they're just sorting out the fish into their different individually priced ponds now. This is underneath his house. So this is where he keeps his tatsigoi. So he's separated the fish that he wants to grow on for next year. So now they're just temporarily in that net. I think there's probably 100 gallons in that pond. and then they usually go into here. So this is empty at the minute, but there's probably 1,200 gallons in there. But when you see what is separated, got some nice Sancho Sankis, Deutz Gajaku, Yamata Nishiki, a couple of Shisuis in there. But it wouldn't surprise me if they're kept in there for a couple of days. This is one of the small ponds outside Takahashi. You can see these nisai, they're just stirring up the mud there. So Takahashi's in Kodai region. So this region is famous for Showa. So it's like so these mud ponds, these have more of like a rocky kind of bottom to them. So it's just certain areas are good for producing certain different varieties of fish. Like this area will be good for the sumi, for instance. And behind his fish houses over there, he's got more mud ponds. But you can see how the land is either rice paddies or mud ponds. And you see like the mountainous bit in the background, but every flat of available bit of land is always used up generally. So this is Marusei Koi Farms. This is Papa Hirasawa. So that's his fish houses over there. And this is just like an outdoor, like a stock pond. So this outdoor bit is now probably 3 years old. You see his hobby is building mud ponds and fish houses. So every available bit of land he gets, he builds another, a bit like Andrew. So you've got these outside areas here. So you've got some hiyatsuri. It's lovely when you see a pond of hiyatsuri together like that. You can try and walk along without falling in. Some go Sanki in that pond, so Sanki, Showa, mainly Showa really. There's some Kahaku in there, the Sagi. We've got more Hiyatsuris. And there's the Muji Mono in there. So last year we were fortunate enough to actually net these ponds up. Obviously you can catch the fish from above, but we actually netted the actual ponds up and we have a good sort through. Which was we had a really good year for the Hiyatsuri, Akamatsuba, Mizuogon.
Alright, so we're at Kawakami. Harvest is just arriving. Many of the ponds, as you can see, still empty. This was the first harvest. Now fish we selected, the first to go in this pond. At that point, you can see there, start just emptying the harvest truck, ready for new fish to come in.